Sex is the trait that determines whether a sexually reproducing animal or plant produces male gametes or female ones. Commonly in plants and animals, male organisms produce smaller gametes, spermatozoa, sperm, while female organisms produce larger gametes, ova, often called egg cells. Organisms that produce both types of gametes are called hermaphrodites. Males and females of a species may have physical similarities, sexual monomorphism, or differences, sexual dimorphism, that reflect various reproductive pressures on the respective sexes. Mate choice and sexual selection can accelerate the evolution of physical differences between the sexes. Some kinds of functional differences between gametes, such as in fungi, may be referred to as mating types. Sex is genetically determined in most mammals by the XY sex determination system, where male mammals carry an X and a Y chromosome, XY, whereas female mammals carry two X chromosomes, XX. Various environmental systems include temperature-dependent sex determination in reptiles and crustaceans. Sexual reproduction is a process exclusive to eukaryotes in which organisms produce offspring that possess a selection of the genetic traits of each parent. Genetic traits are contained within the deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, of chromosomes. During sexual reproduction, diploid organisms produce specialized haploid sex cells called gametes via meiosis, each of which has a single set of chromosomes. Then the chromosomes are separated into single sets in the gametes. Each gamete in the offspring thus has half of the genetic material of the mother and half of the father. In animals, the haploid stage only occurs in the gametes, the haploid cells that are specialized to fuse to form a zygote that develops into a new diploid organism. In plants, the diploid organism produces haploid spores by meiosis that are capable of undergoing repeated cell division to produce multicellular haploid organisms. The size difference is greatest in oogamy, a type of anisogamy in which a small, motile gamete combines with a much larger, non-motile gamete. By convention, the larger gamete, called an ovum, or egg cell, is considered female, while the smaller gamete, called a spermatozoan, or sperm cell, is considered male. An individual that produces both types of gametes is a hermaphrodite. In some cases hermaphrodites are able to self-fertilize and produce offspring on their own. Without a second, most sexually reproducing animals spend their lives as diploid, with the haploid stage reduced to single-cell gametes. The gametes of animals have male and female forms, spermatozoa and egg cells. The male gamete, a spermatozoan, produced in vertebrates within the testes, is a small cell containing a single long flagellum which propels it. Spermatozoa are extremely reduced cells, lacking many cellular components that would be necessary for embryonic development. They are specialized for motility, seeking out an egg cell and fusing with it in a process called fertilization. In vertebrates they are produced within the ovaries. They are large immobile cells that contain the nutrients and cellular components necessary for a developing embryo. Egg cells are often associated with other cells which support the development of the embryo, forming an egg. In mammals, the fertilized embryo instead develops within the female, receiving nutrition directly from its mother.